Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope so everyone is fine. Today is the third lecture and topic for today is human heart. Dear students, as you know that in the previous lectures I have discussed about the blood and the blood vessels. Today our lecture is about human heart. The heart is a key part of the cardiovascular system. Okay, this heart is the key part of the cardiovascular system. The role of the heart in this system is to pump oxygenated blood to the body by utilizing network of arteries, capillaries and veins. These arteries, capillaries and veins, these are blood vessels, and the role of the heart is to supply the, or we can say to pump the oxygenated blood throughout the body. Dear students, the heart is roughly triangular in shape. It is made up of a special muscle called cardiac muscle. The size of our heart is about the same as our clenched fist. The heart is a muscular organ about the size of a fist. The weight of the heart that is different when we compare male's heart with the female's heart. Dear students, the male's heart weighs on an average between 10 to 12 ounces. That means it is 280 to 340 grams in weight. And the weight of the female heart that is 8 to 10 ounces. That means 230 grams to 280 grams. Okay. It is located just behind and slightly left to the breastbone. Slightly left and behind of the breastbone, the bone that is present in our breast. The heart, it is divided into 4 chambers. Dear students, all animals that are present on this earth have not the same heart. As far as fishes are concerned, they have 2-chambered heart, 1 auricle and 1 ventricle. Frog, they have 3-chambered heart, 2 auricles and 1 ventricle. Birds and mammals, they have 4-chambered heart, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. This heart is divided into 4 chambers. The two arteria, upper chamber, right atria, left atria serves as receiving chambers. The upper chambers, they serve as receiving chambers, right atrium and left atrium. They are known as upper chambers. They serve as receiving chambers. The two ventricles, right ventricle and lower ventricle, they are known as lower chambers and are the pumping chambers. They are known as pumping chambers, right ventricle and left ventricle. So the heart of the human, that is 4-chambered, right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. These 2 chambers, the upper chamber, they are known as receiving chambers, and these 2 chambers are known as pumping chambers. These chambers are separated into left and right side by walls of tissue known as interarterial septum or interventricular septum. Dear students, you know that the heart is 4-chambered. This is the septum that separates the right side from the left side, right side of the heart from the left side of the heart. The heart is 4-chambered, so we know that if heart is 4-chambered, this portion, upper portion, this is the lower portion. Right artery, left artery, this is separated by a septum known as interarterial septum. right ventricle, right ventricle, left ventricle, that is separated by a septum known as interventricular septum. Generally, this that separates the left to right part of the heart from the left part of the heart, that is known as septum. When we consider arterial region, then it is known as interarterial septum. When we consider that region, or we take that region, that is known as interventricular septum. The right atrium receives blood from the veins and pumps it into the right ventricle. Dear students, if this is a human heart, four chambers are present. Right atrium receives blood from the body. Veins that are present, these veins are the blood vessels that are present in the body that receives blood from the body through veins and pumps into the right ventricle, and it pumps into the right ventricle. Right atrium pumps this blood into right ventricle, and right ventricle receives blood from the right atrium. As I have already told you, right ventricle receives blood from the right atrium, and pumps it to the lungs, and this right ventricle pumps this blood to the lungs, because this blood is deoxygenated blood in which carbon dioxide is present. Carbon dioxide's concentration is more, and pumps it this to the lungs, where oxygen is added to the blood and removal of carbon dioxide from the blood takes place, where this is loaded with the oxygen. The left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. Same here. If this is a human heart, four chambers are present. This left atrium receives blood from the lungs, because from lungs we get oxygenated blood, and this left atrium transported this blood to the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps this oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. Pumps this oxygen-rich blood to the body. The left ventricle is strongest chamber among right artery, right ventricle, left ventricle, right ventricle. The left ventricle, that is the strongest chamber. The left ventricle, that is the strongest chamber, because the contraction of the left ventricle are what creates blood pressure. Due to contraction of this left ventricle, that creates the blood pressure, due to which blood transported to each and every part of the body, or each and every cell of the body. Blood is pumped into the aorta, which then carries it to all parts of the body. This blood that is pumped into aorta, which then carries it to all parts of the body. Dear students, this is the human heart. Heart has four chambers which beat rhythmically to contract and expand. This rhythmic beating of human heart, that is known as heartbeat. A normal heartbeat is 60 to 80 times per minute. A normal human being, his heartbeat is 60 to 80 times per minute. The beating of heart can be heard with the help of an instrument. That instrument is used by the doctors when these doctors hear the beating of heart with the help of that instrument. That instrument is known as stethoscope. Heart has a set of two chambers: the upper smaller auricles, and the large lower ventricles. These large lower ventricles. Dear student, this is the right atrium, this is the left atrium. This is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle. These are small, these are large. And the muscles of this left ventricle, that is strong, because it pumps blood, and by which blood pressure creation of the blood pressure takes place, by which the blood passes to the or transport to all parts of the body. Dear students, the right auricle opens into right ventricle. The right auricle, this is the right atrium or right auricle that opens into the right ventricle. As you can see, that opens into the right ventricle. The left auricle opens into the left ventricle. This is the left auricle that opens into the left ventricle. Left atrium, or we can say left auricle that opens into the left ventricle. Okay, the right auricle receives deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body and pumps it into the right ventricle. This right auricle receives blood from all parts of the body through main vein from all parts of the body and transports it to the right ventricle. This right ventricle transported this deoxygenated blood through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. Okay, and the right auricle, the right ventricle, dear students, the right ventricle pumps blood into the pulmonary artery, which takes this blood to the lungs for oxygenation, as I have shown you there, for oxygenation through pulmonary artery. Okay, the oxygenated blood is brought back to the left auricle. The oxygenated blood that is brought back to the left auricle through pulmonary vein, and this blood, oxygenated blood, is then transported from left atrium or left auricle to the left ventricle. From left ventricle, this blood is transported through main vein to the all parts of the body. Dear students, you know that arteries carry oxygenated blood. Except the pulmonary artery. It carries deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein is carrying deoxygenated blood except the all veins carrying deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carrying oxygenated blood. This is the difference between the veins and the arteries. All arteries carrying oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. All veins carrying deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary vein. And the wall of this human heart that is made up of a pericardium, that is known as protective layer. This is a muscular wall. This is the septum that is present between the left side and the right side. If we consider here right atrium that is separated from the left atrium by a wall that is known as interarterial septum. Here interventricular septum. The blood from the left ventricle is carried by the aorta for different parts of the body. Both the set of the chambers have valves. What are these valves? They separate these valves they separate each of the chamber. These valves, this is one valve here, V2, V4, V1, V2 and V3, V4. They separate each of the chamber. They separate this valve separates this right atrium and right ventricle. This valve separates left atrium and left ventricle. They separate from each other. They allow blood to flow only in one direction. These valves allow blood to flow only in one direction. They separate the chambers. These valves, they separate each of the chambers so that there is no mixing of the blood. They separate each of the chambers so that there is no mixing of blood. And they allow blood to flow only in one direction. They allow blood to flow only in one direction. They allow blood to flow only in one direction. Dear students, right auricle, it gets blood from all parts of the body through veins. This blood is pumped into the right ventricle. Right ventricle, it pumps blood into the pulmonary artery that makes the blood to the lungs for oxygenation. Pulmonary artery, it takes the blood to the lungs for oxygenation. pulmonary vein, it brings back oxygenated blood from the lungs and pours into the left auricle. Left auricle, it has thinner walls. It pumps blood into the left ventricle. Left ventricle, it has thicker walls. It pumps blood to the parts of the body through the aorta. Through the aorta. Dear students, this is the flow chart, how blood flows. Body organs, main vein. The function of the main vein is to carry the deoxygenated blood and pass it to the right atrium. Right atrium passes this deoxygenated blood to the right ventricle. Right ventricle passes this deoxygenated blood through pulmonary artery to the lungs, where oxygenation takes place. Oxygen is added to that blood, and from lungs, pulmonary vein that carry the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. Left atrium transported this oxygenated blood to the left ventricle. From left ventricle, this oxygenated blood is transported to the body organs through main artery or aorta. Okay, here you can see which part, what is the function of the pulmonary artery, what is the function of the pulmonary vein, what is the function of the main artery, what is the function of the main vein, which part carries the deoxygenated blood, which part carries the oxygenated blood. Dear students, this is the circulation, how blood circulates in our body. A circulating system in which blood travels twice through the heart. A circulating system in which blood travels twice the heart. The blood that travels twice the heart in one complete cycle. In one complete cycle, the blood travels twice the heart of the body is called double circulation. What? The circulation that takes place in human, that is double circulation. The blood travels twice the heart, through the heart twice. Okay, in one complete cycle, the blood travels twice through the heart. In human circulation system, the pathway of the blood from the heart to the lungs, the pathway of the blood from the heart to the lungs, and from the lungs to the heart. Okay, from the heart, this is the heart, light, four different chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. These are the valves present that separates these chambers so that the blood does not mix and the flow of the blood is unidirectional in one way. This is a human heart, as I have shown. It's a flow chart here. From the heart, the blood flows from the heart to the lungs, and from the lungs, and from the lungs back to the heart, from the lungs back to the heart. Go, it means that in this direction from and in this direction. This is known as pulmonary circulation. This circulation is known as pulmonary circulation, when blood flows from heart to the lungs and back from lungs to the heart. Okay. Second, and the pathway of the blood from the heart to the rest of the body, and the pathway of the blood from the heart to the rest of the body, and from body to the heart back. This is known as systematic circulation. This is known as systematic circulation. First, that is known as pulmonary circulation. Second, that is known as systematic circulation. That these two types of circulations, pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation, taken together make double circulation. Make together double circulation. Pulmonary circulation, systematic circulation, that together makes the double circulation. In pulmonary circulation, the blood flows from heart to the lungs and from lungs back to the heart. In systematic circulation, the blood flows from heart to the body parts and from body parts back to the heart. Pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation, these two circulations known as double circulation, and in this way, in one complete cycle, the blood travels twice through the heart. Blood travels twice through the human heart. This is the way in which human heart functions, and blood is transported to each and every part of the body. and how this oxygenation of the blood takes place, or how this deoxygenated blood is transported from heart to the lungs where carbon dioxide is removed from it and oxygen is added to it.